My people, before we talk about profits, before we talk about investments, before we talk about opportunities, let's first understand the context. Because in Nigeria, nothing ever just happens by accident. Every change in policy, every adjustment in tax law, every shift in monetary direction, it has a target, it has a motive, and it has a set of beneficiaries. So this 2026 Nigerian tax law isn't just a small change, it is a structural redirection. Some sectors will suffer, some sectors will remain stagnant, but a very few will boom. And that's why I'm talking to you today. You see, Nigeria as a country is entering into a new cycle of tax-based revenue focus. The government is shifting attention from the easy money they used to get from crude oil, and they are looking for the next set of sectors that can pull national revenue, attract foreign flow, encourage internal investment, and support GDP resilience. They are not just increasing taxes randomly, they are focusing on sectors that have the ability to produce recurring revenue. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 sectors that, based on economic logic, fiscal direction, tax incentives, sectoral policies, and the metrics of local demand, are most likely to blow up under the 2026 Nigerian tax environment. And as I talk, I want you to listen not with panic but with opportunity in mind, because the future belongs to people who understand the shift while others are still trying to understand the news headline. Nigeria is not a country you react to, it is a country you anticipate, and those who anticipate are the ones who become rich. Now, before I begin breaking down these sectors one by one, let me say this early. If you want proper guidance one-on-one, how to position yourself properly in any of these sectors, or if you want to learn how to invest properly in the stock market, or if you want me to mentor you to grow faster in the stock market or your business, use the email inside my channel description and the video description below to contact me. Also, if you want to be getting exclusive access to deeper breakdowns, hidden strategies, and behind the scenes analysis, join my YouTube membership. And if you want to be added to my private YouTube community WhatsApp group, the group is only for my community members and subscribers. So use the membership link or the join button to access this group. So without wasting much time, let's dive in proper. Now, before I call the first sector, let me lay a foundation that will help you understand why these sectors will answer the 2026 tax direction. Government tax expansion does not reward sectors that struggle to generate revenue. Have that at the back of your mind. Instead, it rewards sectors that have continuous demand and liquidity flow. The government does not like to chase money. It prefers to stand on the road where money is already passing. And the truth is that Nigeria is entering into a period where the government depends more on internal economic circulation rather than on external income sources. Meaning domestic sectors that can generate continuous turnover are the ones that will get support, incentives, and favorable policy push. These sectors I'll mention are based on demand consistency, tax positioning, consumption patterns, national dependency, and growth potential under new tax incentives. So let's begin. Sector number 1 is the consumer staples. This sector is one of the strongest beneficiaries of increased consumption-based taxation. And if you understand how government revenue logic works, you will know that this sector is unavoidable for Nigerian households. In fact, this sector is one of the few sectors where demand is completely price incentive, meaning even if the price changes, people will still buy it. This sector is in a position where the 2026 tax policy will indirectly expand its revenue, because as population increases, consumption rises, and usage frequency remains unavoidable. This sector is not only defensive but also expansionary. It doesn't shake during recession, it doesn't collapse during inflation. It remains relevant even when disposable income reduces. And because of that, this sector is set to boom under the 2026 tax reform. We all know that consumer staples are essential goods that people must purchase no matter the economic condition. This sector includes essentials that households consume regularly, whether the tax is high or low. Now, let's look into the fundamental reasoning. More people means more consumption. More consumption means more turnover. More turnover means higher sector-wide revenue, and higher revenue means stronger tax contribution, and stronger tax contribution means stronger government interest in supporting the sector. Government favors sectors that have predictable revenue, and consumer staples do exactly that. So under this sector, expect stronger demand, expect stronger expansion, expect more capital flow into production and distribution of necessities. Now let's move to the second sector, and this one is extremely important because this sector doesn't just grow out of consumption. consumption. It grows out of transformation. This sector is indirectly one of the biggest silent tax beneficiaries during economic transition periods. And that sector is the utilities and power supply sector. Now, calm down, let me explain the logic. There's no tax reform in the world that can succeed if businesses cannot operate. And there's no business that can operate without electricity. Nigeria is at a point where the government is strategically positioning to strengthen tax capture and to strengthen revenue collection. They must ensure that production continues. And because of that, power will enter into a strategic spotlight. Even if government does not directly reduce tax, they will indirectly support the segment because they cannot afford to collapse productive capacity. So in this sector, expect reforms, expect policy adjustments, expect external capital push, and expect infrastructure incentives. And as more small businesses formalize to survive the new tax environment while utility consumption increases. This means electricity consumption up, gas consumption up, distributed energy demand up, mini grid adoption up, alternative energy financing up. All these are utilities. This sector will quietly explode in revenue because the system will forcefully depend on it. Here we go to sector number 3, and this one is extremely massive. This one is not just about consumption, it is about inevitable life continuity. The sector is already booming in Nigeria, but under the 2026 tax direction, it will become even bigger. It's none other than the healthcare and pharmaceutical sector. Alright, listening to this, there's no tax government can place that will stop sickness. There's no recession that will stop medication purchase. No inflation will stop health expenses. Also note that healthcare is not a luxury but a survival category. And the 2026 tax law will indirectly expand the sector because more record keeping, more medical claims, more HMOs, more formal structures, more tax receipts, more tracking, and more consumption traceability. All these actually increase sector-wide liquidity flow. So healthcare providers will expand, pharmacy chains will multiply, local drug manufacturing will push harder because import duty will pressure imported drugs. Therefore, healthcare will not move small, it will move aggressively. Sector 4 is one of the most underrated, but it will shock most Nigerians soon. This is the sector that will benefit directly from digital transparency plus tax digitization. This sector is financial technology and digital payments. The thing is that government hates leakage and loves traceable flow. The only way to track spending and revenue is digital payment trails. So now, what do you think will happen? POS transactions will go up, digital transfers up, mobile wallet usage up, e-invoicing up, online settlements up, and tax receipt automation will also go up. Fintech will become the most indirect beneficiary because more tax enforcement will lead to more digital payment enforcement. This sector will not just grow based on users, it will grow based on compulsion. Reason being that government wants electronic traceability and fintech is the only pipeline that allows that. Now we go to the fifth and final sector. This one is very strategic, especially for investment positioning. This sector is one of the few where government needs it, not just wants it. And that sector is agriculture and food production. But the big question is why agriculture and food production? Because tax reform only works when a nation remains stable. Nigeria cannot allow food to become unaffordable, otherwise the population will rebel. So government will do two things simultaneously, which includes increase tax revenue and protect food supply. So agriculture is the only sector that satisfies both. This sector is not just necessity, but it is national security. So in this case, expect more funding, more grants, more incentives, more local production support, more processing investment, and more farm to market infrastructure. Agriculture is not small, but agriculture is the foundation. And as population rises, food demand rises, consumption rises, revenue rises, tax extraction rises, and sector valuation rises too. So my people, these are the 5 sectors that are most likely to boom under the 2026 Nigerian tax law shift. Consumer staples, utilities and power, healthcare, fintech and digital payments, and agriculture and food production. So don't wait until headlines start shouting sectorally. By that time, you're already late, and smart people are already inside and have taken position. The wealth in Nigeria is not in reacting, it is in early positioning. So I believe by the end of this video, you already have a clue of the sectors that would benefit from the 2026 tax reform. If you want private guidance, business or investment direction, email me via the link inside my channel description and this video below. While if you want exclusive breakdowns, join my channel membership and be inside the private community group. I hope this video helped someone out there, and if you found value from it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and share with someone you love. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Invest wisely and stay consistent.